Alright, so welcome back. This is part 2 of the first episode of Smark, guys. And what we're going to talk about now is the other major wrestling federation that's on TV these days, TNA, or Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. And they had a big show that just happened this past Thursday night. A live show, which they don't do all the time. And they actually had a live after-party show, which was like supposed to be a reaction to the show that went for an hour after the live one. And the reason they did this week is because their biggest pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory, is on this Sunday. And so they need to build it up, just like WrestleMania, what they do with WWE. They need to build it up as much as they can, so they thought this might be a way to get some interest. They tried to tease like some amazing stuff was going to happen on the show, so you have to see it, it's live and all of that. There's risk involved because it's live. But overall, I mean,
it didn't need to be live.
Not a hell of a lot happened that really wasn't already going on. It didn't really, you know, lead up to much. Unfortunately, I did miss about the first half hour of this damn show because first I couldn't get my DVR to work properly, so then I tried to get my laptop to work. I couldn't get my laptop to work with my TV so I could stream it. Then I went into my bedroom to get my other cable box to work, and the sound wouldn't fucking work, so it took me like 45 minutes to get everything working.
Well, basically they had Abyss, opens with Abyss, dragging Dixie Carter, who's the owner of the company, into the arena.
Now, if you're not familiar with Abyss, he basically looks exactly like Mankind used to look, only he's giant. He's like Kane size. So.
Yeah, to be fair, he's a good talent and stuff. He's had some good matches, but you know, for the most part, he's just like a generic big guy.
Right.
But yeah, he basically drags Dixie Carter out, and she's screaming for help and shit from security, and no one's helping her.
No one comes out.
She's basically the owner of the company, and no one's helping her. So, who comes to help Eric Bischoff? The last person...
To the rescue!
Yeah, the last person that could possibly ever, stop this situation.
What do you mean? He has, like, several belts. Don't you remember when he was going to karate fight Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I think he was like Cruiserweight Champion or something. So he comes out, and then Abyss just lets her go. And,
now, why was Abyss doing that?
He's doing this because they told him to do this, and he's been doing this for a couple weeks now. It's they are coming on 10-10-10, which is the pay-per-view.
Which is the pay-per-view this Sunday. They kept saying that through the entire show. 10-10-10. Watch on 10-10-10.
So they are coming, and they told him to do this or that. So they told him to bring her out there, and blah blah blah. I don't know. So he lets her go. Okay. She just fucking runs in the back, and I guess fuck her because we don't check up on her or what's going on with him. And then Eric Bischoff goes in the ring, and then we go into a whole other segment where the Pope, Sting, and Kevin Nash come out. And this is one of those segments in TNA that TNA often does, where they just try doing too much at once. Because you go from a segment with one character in one situation, and you're just trying to bleed it into another one, and it just doesn't make sense. And they were talking. The Pope was talking to Eric Bischoff. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. And this is a show that I usually watch. I still don't know what the fuck.
I still don't know what's going on.
It just doesn't make sense at all. And this eventually turned into like them showing clips of Hulk Hogan's surgery. Because basically Eric Bischoff is like oh, you want to call out Hogan, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because basically there's a 6-man at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
With those three, Pope, Sting, Nash, against Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett. And I guess Sting was saying they wanted Hogan to be the other partner. So Bischoff's like, you think you're a big man, calling out Hogan? Well, this is what Hogan's going through.
Right.
And it's fucking him actually getting cut open and shit. So you go from Dixie Carter being dragged out to another segment to now we're watching Hulk Hogan's surgery.
Being ripped apart.
Right.
Like a fucking Saw 6.
And it's just not fun to watch.
What a great opening to our live show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not a cohesive product. And you're plugging these live shows and like I said, the ratings for Raw have been tanking, so you have opportunity to kind of build and steal some viewers maybe. And maybe someone's going to check this out for the first time.
Right.
And it's a live show.
And within the first half hour, your mind would be so clusterfucked with stuff.
You'd be like, what the fuck am I watching?
What happened?
Exactly. Here? And it's just not... It's a disappointing opening. 35
to 40 minutes, no wrestling yet. Not one match.
It's a long segment, and Eric Bischoff is the focal point and the one that's being pushed over anyone else. That he's like this powerful guy that can stop what he can do and make decisions and stuff. So Eric Bischoff got himself over for a half hour, and then what happened next?
Well, what happened next was this was like the match that was pushed for the whole show to begin with. That was going to be Ric Flair.
I forgot about the knockouts. Did you see that?
Who the fuck watches the knockouts? Like, I don't know. Even if I did see it, I probably wouldn't even
just say
remember.
the next match was the knockouts match. I'm not gonna get into it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is where Mickie James debuted.
Oh.
She came out.
Okay.
But yeah. This is one of the since Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan came to TNA, the X division and the women's division were really good. And like, since you're an alternative product to the WWE, you're trying to do different things than them.
Right.
And those were things that they did differently and in some cases better. And that may, help you pull some viewers away.
Right.
But since those two guys got there and were put in charge, those two divisions have gone to shit.
Shit, yeah.
The X division basically doesn't exist, and the women's division has like 4 people. And basically there's 5 now because Mickie James came out.
Right.
I don't really care about Mickie James.
Right.
But
You know,
she's in TNA now, so.
This is what happens. You get someone who was in the WWE, they get laid off or leave or fired. They come to TNA and it's like, okay, well, I knew you were going to show up eventually anyway, but big deal, you know?
I like when she was the lesbian going after Trish Stratus. Remember that?
That was a good plot line.
That was
She was
the
the crazy lesbo.
That was the only time she was good.
So, alright, so then they moved on to what was supposed to be the major match of the night. Ric Flair against Mick Foley in a no-holds-barred, hardcore style
Last
matchup.
man standing.
That's right, with the last man standing stipulation. And basically, the match was really brutal. I mean, both guys bladed, were gushing blood all over. To be honest, I don't know if it was real blood, because there was so much fucking blood. It was
it definitely was real blood.
Holy shit, man. I mean, this was a blood bath. It looked like you were at a butcher shop getting chopped apart. And all kinds of stuff came into play. There were thumbtacks at one point, which were stuck into Flair's flabby titties, which was disgusting.
The table.
Foley took a really nasty bump off the stage, flew off the stage through a folding stand with CDs or something. I don't know what the hell that was.
What the fuck was on there?
It was like, why is there a random table with like Yanni CDs standing on top of it? And he just flew right through the table. And it's like, that wasn't his setup. And a lot of bumps.
I liked it.
Flair actually did a 5-star frog splash.
That was the first time I saw Flair. Every time Flair ever goes to the top rope, they just do that thing where they throw him off. He actually fucking came off the top.
I called it a 1-star geezer splash, but it was still a 5-star frog splash through a table on top of Mick Foley. I was like, wow, what the fuck? But the funny thing was, after he did that frog splash, both him and Foley were like rolling around in the ring, and Foley was just kind of starting to get up in the corner, and all of a sudden Earl Hebner goes, all right, he didn't answer the count of 10, it's over. I'm like,
yeah, was it a screw job?
What? I don't know, but
it
was funny because there wasn't even a count. You didn't even hear anyone counting.
I don't really know what happened.
And the match just ended. Like, he didn't answer the count of 10. Like, there was no counting. We don't know what happened. So, I mean, I would guess that probably Flair, after he took the fucking flag splash, was like, oh, fuck, I can't go on with this match anymore. That was crazy that I just did that. He probably said something to Earl.
Overall, I think that was probably the best part of the show, that match.
Pretty much, because, I mean, after that, I took all kinds of notes after the rest of the show, and it's just like, that was really the reason that match was because right now Flair has a stable called Fortune. Mick Foley's leading a stable called EV2. Which
it doesn't make
sense.
It doesn't make sense in the storyline sense because like the whole thing is like Flair hates the hardcore.
Right.
But then he does a hardcore.
But then he's a hardcore match.
Well, I really did enjoy it, and people are gonna say like those guys are old and shit like that, but I really enjoy both those guys. I've been watching them like my whole life, and I thought it was really a fun match to watch. I appreciate that kind of hardcore shit too.
Right.
And like no one's getting fired over a necktie in the TNA. So
right, exactly.
That's something that they could build off of because they have to be different than the WWE.
Right.
You can't try to beat them at their own game. You have to present a different product.
Right. And since WWE's PG and they can't do that kind of stuff anymore, this is an opportunity for TNA to try to present that kind of content.
Yeah, because there are fans that do want to see that.
Right.
Even though not necessarily Flair because he's very old and it's kind of disturbing seeing him fucking.
There's like a meat bag at this point. He's just like jiggling around the ring, and it's like, holy fuck, man, this guy's gonna die in the ring at some point.
The fan in you enjoys watching it, but like the human being in you is like, I don't know if this guy should be doing this.
Yeah, it's just like he's too old to be doing it. So then the next thing that happened was RVD came out and he begged Eric Bischoff, oh, please don't fire Abyss because he's the reason that I've been out for months. The story goes that RVD had the title. And Abyss attacked him so, badly that he was out for months, and now he's back, and the first thing he wants to do before he even cares about the title is he wants to take out Abyss and get revenge on what he did.
Yeah, he couldn't be bothered to come, save Dixie Carter before.
Which is funny, right.
But now he's all like, oh, you can't fire Abyss. So, pick your spots, I guess.
So Abyss basically gets a reprieve because he was going to get fired on the spot for what he did to Dixie, but now
she told Eric Bischoff to fire fire him.
Right, but now he gets a reprieve until the pay-per-view, Bound for Glory on Sunday, and after that match against RVD at the pay-per-view, supposedly he's fired.
He'll be fine. That's what they said on Monday morning. He'll be
And
fired.
then he'll be back on Thursday night for the next Impact.
Well, something's going to happen, obviously.
Obviously.
See, there's some kind of. We'll talk about that later, I guess.
Right. The other match they're obviously pushing is the title match, which is Jeff Hardy against Mr. Anderson against Kurt Angle, and it's a triple threat match. And so the whole show, they're just showing these guys, pushing them in different ways, showing promo videos and things like that.
That should be good.
And basically, the culmination of the show was that at the end of, I think it was like the last 45 minutes of the show.
You forgot about the Shore.
Oh God! I tried to forget about the Shore. That's why I didn't write a fucking note about the Shore.
What the fuck was with the Shore? It's like, just because it's like the TV show has to have a gimmick?
Yes, absolutely.
Is there gonna be like a CSI fucking gimmick?
Yes.
Like,
You didn't see the Alf gimmick last night?
yeah, I enjoy like The Office. Is there gonna be like Steve Carell?
Yes,
guy
there's gonna be fucking Ron Burgundy's gonna come out, and it's gonna be amazing.
Just because it's a popular show doesn't make it a decent wrestling angle.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's just insane.
Trying to make fun of the Jersey Shore and
why are you debuting? Why are you debuting it like Bound for Glory is supposed to be your WrestleMania? Why are you debuting a character?
Right, before WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obviously they're not going to be at WrestleMania.
They were trying to
they're not going to be at Bound for Glory.
Was it like it was a live show? Was that a shocking thing to see this dude do this gimmick?
And it was just weird. Did that guy not look like a Guido from the Jersey Shore?
He's probably like an Irishman.
He looked nothing like the guys that would have been from that area, so it was kind of a weird angle.
Stupid.
But then the last 45 minutes of the show, and the show did run late, was this over-the-top rope battle royal. The winner of this match gets $100,000. It was a really weird stipulation. I guess that was kind of the reason why they wanted you to watch the show this week. They were advertising this heavily. There was going to be a $100,000 match. And so now it happens, and it's really weird. Just from the start, it seems like, wait a minute, isn't this kind of like the Royal Rumble? Only, it seems like they're calling people in at random intervals. There's no real time set between them. They're just flooding the ring with people.
They said 45 seconds, and then all of a sudden, guys were just coming out.
They were running out in threes and jumping into the ring. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
I thought it was cool for the first half when everyone was still there. I'm like, oh, where are they? Because I want to see that in a Rumble where everyone's in it.
Right.
And no one got through it. Wow, it's fucking cool.
Right.
But then of course Abyss comes out.
And Abyss comes out.
First of all, they just said you guys are gonna get fired, and you attack the owner of the company. So then they're basically like, hey, you're rewarded now. You have to be in
go into a $100,000 match.
You should go into that. You might be able to win $100,000.
This will be your severance if you get fired on Sunday. Go win the match.
Doesn't make sense. He basically threw everyone out.
I counted. He threw 20 people out of the match.
Man. And a lot of it wasn't fun. It was just punch you and the guy just
right. Oh no! The thing I love about these matches, and they do this in WWE too, they try to eliminate you, and you accidentally don't go all the way over the rope, so you flub through the rope somehow.
It just kind of bounces
like a wet noodle. You're like, ooh! You just fly out of the ring. I love when that happens.
I wanted to see Sting and Sabu fight so bad. They were both. This has never happened. They were both in the ring at the same time.
Yep.
I was like, oh fuck! And then Sabu was just thrown out. I was like, oh my god! I wanted to see that. That's the only thing I cared about. I ruined it.
Didn't happen. So anyway, Abyss goes on a tear. He's throwing everyone out, and actually the only people left in the match are Abyss and the three guys who were in the main event on Sunday for the title. And then all of a sudden, after 7 minutes had passed before someone else had come out, RVD enters the match.
He just shows up.
And it's like, what the fuck was he doing back there? It's token up, and he just forgot to come out when he was supposed to.
He's hanging out.
So he comes out, and of course, within 2 seconds, he manages to eliminate Abyss, but he also eliminates himself in the process.
Yeah.
It ends up being a 3-way dance, which is kind of like a preview of the title match for Sunday, and in the long run, Angle ends up doing an angle slam on Anderson and tosses him out of the ring.
And he wins a fake $1,000.
Wins the fake money. They hand him these wads of fake money, and he's handing it. And it's hilarious because he's holding it up, and then all of a sudden they cut away, but you can hear Angle in the background say, "I'm giving it to charity, yeah!" And it's like, whoa, I wonder if that was even supposed to be like that, where if there was going to be an angle later on that he had won the $100,000, they were going to do something with that.
It's kind of strange to have that as a gimmick in wrestling, you win a fake $100,000.
Yeah.
It's not usually they do things these days. It's you win a title match or something kind of.
It's a title or something rather than the money, the monetary amount.
There's no follow up for that. Where could you go with that? Could you defend the money?
All right, this just seems to make sense. You're right, because in wrestling, as you know, if you win a title match, you actually do win money. You actually get paid a little bit more if you're holding a title or whatever. And so everyone knows that behind the scenes. But to actually have a match to say, if you win the match, you'll win $100,000. And
there's nowhere to go with that.
It's not it's not like Money in the Bank where you have a briefcase you're carrying around with you, so someone can steal it. It's just
I think it was just a way to get everyone on the pay-per-view in the match, and they were able to be like, this guy's fighting this, that. But it could have been a lot better than that. And it's a live show, and that's the product you put out, really.
Right, exactly.
There's no reason that show had to be live. It could have been taped.
Exactly right. There was nothing crazy that happened. Nothing,
It wasn't even that well thought out that, people are going to watch this one time and want to come back next time.
So after the show, they decided to have another show called Reaction, which was going to be an hour of basically like a live recap of what just happened.
They usually do
on
this.
The show.
This has been over the last month they do this.
Now, it's not live, correct? It's usually...
Well, when it's taped, they do it. It's obviously taped.
Right.
A tape show.
So they're doing this and...
It's like a recap. But the problem with that show is like it recaps the show. So if you didn't like the show you just watched, why are you going to watch
the recap of the show that you just watched and didn't like?
Exactly.
And, I mean, really, this is the first time I've ever seen that show, and I can basically sum it up in basically calling it was basically Amateur Photography 101. It's basically shaky cam promos. It's like Ric Flair standing there, whatever to her, and all of a sudden the camera goes, whoa, and then it goes, whoa, and then it's going like this all over the place. And I guess they're going for like a reality TV kind of a deal, like it's happening live and, But it's like, why don't they just cut a promo? Why do they have to be fucking going all over the room like they're watching the Blair Witch Project?
Right.
It was really weird. But yeah, there was really nothing going on.
I usually don't watch. If I watch Impact, I usually won't watch the extra hour of stuff.
To be honest,
it doesn't really add anything.
To be honest, I watched the first 15 minutes, which was about Flair going nuts with his group, Fortune, and then they started talking about Mickey James, and I fucking turned it off. I was like, I can't watch this anymore. There's no value to this show.
It's really not.
Right now, I don't understand why. I could see if they were previewing Bound for Glory. It had nothing to do with Bound for Glory. It was just like, who cares about Mickey James coming back at this point?
It's not a big deal.
So, I mean, Bound for Glory, this is their major pay-per-view of the year. The major match is RVD versus Abyss. Is it good to see that RVD's coming back and having this match with Abyss? Yeah, because it completes the storyline. But John was actually saying earlier today, he's like, why the hell is RVD coming back? And they're having a match for the vacant world title, which he vacated, yet he's back and he's not in the match.
He's supposed to have these terrible injuries, but he's back already. And, at the end of the day, it'll be a fun match, because they had a match once before, and it was really good, in my opinion. It'll be good. But, then again, the setup wasn't great.
Right, exactly.
And there's no logic there. Like, he's just vacated the belt for serious injury, and 2 weeks later he's back.
Right.
And they didn't even crown a new champion yet, and he's in the match.
And the other thing is, with this whole they thing looming of they are coming,
that could be fucking anything.
You just know what's going to happen. They're going to have a really good match, and it's going to be, it's going to end, and then some bullshit happens because of this stupid angle.
The lights are going to go out,
exactly. They'll fill the ring with fucking mimes or something, and then
something
they're here.
Like, obviously he's not getting fired, so like something has to happen. Like someone...
Right.
Either Bischoff is going to become...
So who do you think? Do you think it's going to really be Bischoff?
It could be fucking anything. This show's written by Vince Russo, so it's like...
Oh my god.
It could be Bischoff.
For those that don't know, Vince Russo used to be the head guy in charge of WCW for quite a while.
He put the world title on David Arquette.
Yes, he did. He put the world title on an actor who acted in a movie playing a pro wrestler.
It could be, it could be Bischoff who becomes a head of something. It could be fucking Dixie Carter becomes a bad guy. Any fucking thing could happen.
I don't know, because the thing with TNA is literally, like the day after people leave WWE, they go to TNA. And I'm wondering, is that what it is? Is going to be a group of people who just left WWE?
The only people there are is like Batista.
Right.
And that's it.
Well,
Carlito and Shelton Benjamin.
Right. There's like a couple people there.
That would be pretty stupid if that's
in my personal opinion, the only way they could really do anything big that's going to make an impact, they have to get a top person who used to be in WWE. Like, if the fucking Rock walked out, people would go, holy shit, they got the Rock to fucking turn.
But the one thing I can think of, like, that would be huge would be like Paul Heyman is coming in and he's going to take over the company and he's going to write the show. But I've offered him contracts and he's not accepting it. He wants like full control over, because he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Right. So
it could be fucking anything.
I don't know. And at this point,
I just hope that they know what it's going to be, because it's possible they don't.
Right. Exactly. The other two major matches are the Fortune versus EV2, which is like the second generation ECW, and they can't say ECW because that's still owned by WWE.
And that'll be a brawl and bloody and stuff. That'll be fun.
And I mean, from my perspective, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier too, a lot of the guys in Fortune are these up and comers in TNA, or guys that have been around TNA for a while, and they really deserve a good push.
Those are the guys that should be the focus of the show.
I hope that they at least come off in this match as being decent, rather than, I mean, yeah, it's always nice and you tug at your heartstrings and you see the ECW guys, but it's like, these guys have been around the block quite a lot of times. I don't need to see them.
They don't have to win this match.
Exactly right. It's exactly right. I want to see the other guys at least come over.
Yeah, you gotta put over Fortune as big, and then those are the guys that should be the focal point of the company. They're good. You know?
Right. And then the title match, obviously, Angle versus Anderson versus Jeff Hardy. I definitely hope it's either Anderson or Angle that win this match, because personally, I don't think that Jeff Hardy is.
Well, he's got his legal issues too, so I don't think they're gonna put the belt on.
He's got lots of
He
issues.
still has his. He still has court dates coming up. So
yeah, exactly.
They're not gonna trust him like that.
So who do you think? If you were to call it right now, who do you think's gonna win the title match?
I'll say Mr. Anderson will pin Jeff Hardy, and then Angle's gonna be like, "Well, I didn't lose, and I'm still."
And that's why his stipulation.
That's why he's still there.
If for those that don't know, her angle over the past couple of months has had an angle. Well, Angle had an angle.
Yes.
Where basically he had to win every match. He had to basically get to the top and win the title. And if he told himself if he couldn't do that, he was going to quit, because he'd been on a losing streak for a while, and it was like he needed to get back to the top of his game and prove he was the best wrestler in the world.
Right.
So his stipulation for this match is if he loses on Sunday, he quits TNA.
I think Anderson's going to beat Hardy, and then I think we'll see where they go from there. But Anderson's good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Him or Angle would be fine. Those are good guys to have.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think Angle's going to win it, but I don't
It's
think
possible.
I don't think he's going to keep the title for long. I just think he's going to win it, and then maybe there'll be like a quick match where he goes against RVD or Anderson or someone, and there's a
They're
drop.
saying RVD will get the next shot, but it's almost like I almost have this feeling where like a business is going to like put him out again.
Right. Or this they angle is somehow
Yeah.
going to overwrite everything.
Like,
that
oh shit,
they're planning right
RVD's
now.
going again.
I'm just really afraid this stupid they angle is going to like reboot TNA and it's gonna. This is what happens. They take a company like that and they erase everything that they were doing, and it's like if you were a loyal viewer the whole time and you were interested in those storylines, then you're like, what the fuck? And TNA's done this like twice in the past couple of years.
Well, they used to have a six-sided ring.
Yeah, remember at one point they were hiring every single person from WWE, and they had that group that was called the Legends Group. What was the name of them? They had a stable name or whatever for Booker T and Nash.
Oh, the Mafia.
Yeah, the fucking Mafia. And then they dropped that angle and said, oh, now we're going to push our own independent talent. When Hogan and Bischoff came in, now it's like, well, now what's this they angle? What's going to happen with this?
Their own shit going on.
So
yeah, they really they need to focus on what they are. They don't know what they are.
right.
You have to be the alternative. You cannot be the sports entertainment.
They're schizophrenic right now, is what they are. They want to be one thing, but then they want to be another thing, but then they want to compete with WWE.
You can't
out
sports entertainment the WWE. You have to be something different that people are going to try to latch onto.
That's right.
And have loyalty to your brand, and they do that fine over there up north. You don't have to copy them. You know.
That's true. So John, if you could only watch either WWE or TNA right now, which would you pick?
I'm very down on both companies. I like TNA. Like I really like the roster that they have. Like I love their roster. There's only like 2-3 guys I hate, like Orlando Jordan, Rob Terry, people like that. I just like
weird characters.
But like 98% of their roster I like a lot. I've actually seen TNA twice in person, and I really want to like them. They just don't want me to like it.
Right. Exactly. No, I agree with you.
They go out of their way to try to like turn you off.
I agree with you. It's schizophrenic. It's like they get you to the point where you're used to the product, you like the product, and then they fucking change the whole thing.
They'll have a great show, and then the next show will be pure shit.
Right, and you're like
the live show they did before this one was awesome. They call it the whole effing show. They had this live show. They had the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money had an awesome match. But then like this live show is pure crap. And like they have to figure out, like I keep saying, like they have to figure out what they are. And I think what they are is like the X Division has to come back.
Right. That was what was so unique and independent about TNA.
That's something that separates them from WWE. They could make the women's division good again. I don't know. That matters on a smaller scale.
Right.
But and, like they have great young talent, and the roster's awesome, and their matches are really good. And like as you can see, they can go farther in their matches than you can in the other company.
Right.
But just the booking is fucking awful, and everyone that books in that company should be fired. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So honestly, you don't know. You're on the fence about both companies.
Both companies. Like honestly, it's hard to watch both shows or any wrestling show on TV right now.
Well, honestly, my answer to the same question would be WWE, but only Monday Night Raw, and pretty much right now I'm only watching a couple segments of I was watching all the Jericho segments because I love Jericho, and anything with the Nexus right now because I really like what they're doing with the Nexus. But besides that, it's just so much rehashed stuff, and it's stuff like I said with Edge. Oh, you like Edge? You're following Edge? Well, guess what? Now Edge is on another show again, and it's like they keep doing that. CM Punk now. CM Punk had a stable on SmackDown. He now lost his stable, and now there's rumors now he's getting traded over to Raw again. And it's like, how can you follow these things and like them when they keep getting dropped or changed?
It's just like you get excited about something. This is for both companies,
right?
And then they'll just fucking kick you in the balls for like being excited about it,
right?
It's
exactly.
like, oh, I'm into this storyline. They'll just fucking kick you right in the balls.
It's like they're afraid to commit, but they kind of do commit, but then they just drop it all. at the last.
Right,
second,
and like
so.
people say like UFC's hurting wrestling, but I'm gonna say the opposite. Like if UFC's popular, that means people are interested in like one dude like going against another dude in
That's
like,
right.
like a fight of some sort.
Right.
Like even though it's staged and shit, like people are interested in that concept.
Right.
And like there's things you could build off of that, and there's ways where places you can go with that.
Right.
So they choose not to.
Right.
I think they're both kind of lost
at this point, and we'll see what happens, especially with a lot of these angles going on, if they're going to go anywhere, or if they end up getting dropped. And I guess the big thing is now what's going to happen at Bound for Glory with TNA. Is this going to be yet another reboot of the reboot of the reboot, or is this just going to be another angle that they're going to use a little bit while and then drop again? So
or it's just going to suck.
So. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the first episode of Smart Guys. We've now covered WWE and TNA. Obviously, if there ever is any news from like outside of those two that we know of or that's important, we might mention
there's
it.
like Dragon Gate USA and like Ring of Honor are really good. Just
right.
You have to really follow the DVDs.
Yeah, there's really no way. You can't watch them on TV.
So it's kind of
it's even hard to watch a web. I know sometimes they do webcasts, but even that's hard to
It's a little more of a challenge, but like those are probably better,
Right. For pure wrestling wise, absolutely, those are definitely better. So, all right. So I'm DSP.
I'm John.
And that's it for episode 1. And like I said, what we'll try to do is at least do this every couple of weeks, but we'll see how often we can do it, and we'll recap basically, what's been going on before that, and we'll go from there. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.